All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We've got another video for y'all. In this video, we're going to be going over the difference between these two types of braid here. In my left hand, your right side of the screen, we've got Power Pro. This is going to be the just standard Power Pro. And then this one over here in my right hand, your left side of the screen, is going to be the Power Pro V2. Now, what's the big difference between these two lines? We're going to talk about that in today's video, but before we get into that, guys, head over to the website, lakeprotackle.com. We've got awesome weekly sales going on. Any orders over $50 get you free shipping, so definitely check that out. Come to the store, check out the Worm Bar, all of our awesome rods, reels, and tackle behind me here, and we'd love to have you. So, guys, before we hop into it, definitely check out the Instagram and Facebook. We've got some awesome updates going on there. We let you know when new stuff comes in. We just got the Bubba scales in, Bubba knives in, so definitely check that out. They're super cool, and I also did a video on them, so go check them out in the card above here, I think, maybe here, I'm not sure. We're gonna go ahead and hop into the video. These two lines here, Power Pro for me is what I started out using when I first started fishing, actually before this even came out. So, there's a huge market for braided fishing line. Braided fishing line is very abrasion resistant. It's zero stretch. It floats. It's great for top waters. It's great for flipping heavy cover. But when you're using braid, you want to make sure that you have the correct braid for the situation. Now, a lot of lines out there already had two different types of braid, and Power Pro finally stepped up, and put out the V2. Now, the V2 is also called Super Slick, and there's a reason for that, and we're going to talk about why they decided to go with a Super Slick version of the normal Power Pro. So, the normal Power Pro here, it's going to be an 8-carrier braid. This one here is going to be 15-pound test, and we're going to talk about why this might not be the one for you on your spinning setups. So, typically with braided line, it's either going to be a certain number of carriers in the line, so that's going to be how many different little, smaller lines make up this braided line. And in this one, there's going to be 8 different lines in this one. Now, the components of this braid here, as they string them together, determines how, abrasive it is. So when you reel this one through vegetation, it easily cuts through it. So if you're going through grass or something and you're throwing a swim jig or something like that, or pulling a Senko through it, this braid here is going to be able to cut that vegetation much easier because it has 8 strands in it. It's very abrasive, and it can cut vegetation. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got this one here. It's still going to be an 8-carrier braid, and the big difference is it's much finer. It's very smooth. It doesn't have a lot of abrasiveness on it. So this one here is very slick, great for spinning setups, and great for topwater, in my opinion. So when it comes to topwater fishing, I'm probably going to be picking up this one here. It's much smoother when it comes off the reel. When you're using a braid like this that has just standard 8-carrier, 8 strands in it, and you can feel it if you run your fingers down it. It almost feels like sandpaper, kind of. Not really sandpaper, but you can definitely feel it going through your fingers. These are going to be great for vegetation, like I said, shallow flipping. Typically, I'm going to be using anywhere from 40 to 65 pound braid like this. Now, you still can throw it on spinning setups, finesse setups. It's just not going to be peak performance that you probably want from your spinning setup. When you're looking for casting distance or ease of casting, the smooth braid is going to be what you want. So, Power Pro V2 Super Slick is just one option you can do. I personally love the Seaguar Smackdown. It is very, very smooth. The Berkley X9 is another example, and there's so many more out there. So when you're checking out lines at the store, if you come by here, definitely you can take it out of the package and you can feel what that braid feels like and match it up with what you want to do. Spinning setups, I'm typically using anywhere from 8 to around 20, depending on the technique. If it's 20, I'm going to be throwing out super far, either cranking or doing something else with it that involves a little thicker line that I might need. If I'm skipping docks that have a little dirtier water, I can get away with it. But braid is very, very thin as it is. 15-pound test here is going to be almost the equivalent of most 4-pound monofilament or fluorocarbons. So this stuff here, super great, and again, braid will last forever on your reels. Braid can last forever. I have the same braid on my reels that I fished with in college 3 years ago. And the great thing about having braid is all you need to do is learn how to tie a leader, and you're going to be set forever, basically. The one key thing though is that a lot of braids lose their color as time goes on, so you definitely want to check out and make sure you get a braid that can keep its color. And for spinning stuff, I personally like the brighter colors, but you know, definitely fish the moss if you feel comfortable with that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the short little video here showing you the difference between these two braids, and I hope to catch you next time. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and once we get there, we're going to be doing a big giveaway, so definitely check that out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, guys.